Derrick, what can you tell us about the world of sports this weekend? What can we look forward to?
Well, both the Pittsburgh Penguins and Detroit Red Wings, usually pretty good teams on the brink of elimination. The Flyers 3-1 up on the Pens, and the Nashville Predators 3-1 on the Wings. And we'll also talk about the increased fighting and penalties that's been going on in the playoffs so far. It starts with a bang. Calgary is the 2012 multicultural capital of Canada, and the festivities start right now. Many cultural and artsy events are planned around the city, and a few more secret ones are in store. 2012 is a big year for our city. The cultural capital of Canada couldn't have picked a better time to come.
And it's just so right that it's happening in 2012 when we're celebrating the 100th anniversary of Calgary Recreation, the 100th anniversary of the Stampede, the 100th anniversary of the library. 2012 is Calgary's year. The
city made steps to shake its Wild West image when Mayor Nenshi was elected. Showcasing the arts and multiculturalism will take it one step further.
Calgary has been known as, like, you know, the cowboy city, the Wild West, and it's time that the rest of the world know that there are lots of other cultures in Calgary, and it's a true mosaic representation of Canada.
The event is called Calgary 2012, but the implications and impact will go beyond this year.
We have a huge, wonderful legacy committee. Terry Rock is chair of the legacy. It's, you know, it's not just about a 1 year out. This is about forever. So you better believe that it will be judging it by this wonderful legacy that you're going to hear more about.
For St. Newsfile, I'm Derrick Lightfoot. It doesn't have to be a new beginning. Some might see SAIT's continuing education program as just a chance to start a new career, but it's much more.
We help people that want to do free spiriters, which want to do fun things like hospitality, cooking, baking, or people that are seriously advancing their career and they're looking for job skills.
One of the main appeals of the continuing ed program is the night and weekend courses, which is convenient for people with jobs already and families. But the courses are open to absolutely everyone.
Anyone that wants to upgrade their skills, we've got everything from non-credit upgrading courses that are meant for professional development, people that are already in the industry and just want to, you know, improve on their existing skill sets.
And there's also great opportunities for career-orientated programs.
The railway conductor is a full-time daytime program, so it is something you'd have to come and commit for 15 weeks at a time. But certainly 15 weeks is a lot easier to commit to than something that's a year or 2 or even 4 years long.
Information Night was the first of its kind, and interest was high.
We've seen some pretty good interest so far. We've just been open an hour, and we're going to be open for a few more hours, and I think students will start to talk about it, and we'll look forward to doing it in future semesters.
One of many new courses being added to the continuing education program is digital audio, which includes sound mixing and sound recording. Now, if any of the pre-existing courses don't really pique your interest, there should be some in the near future that will. For St. Newsfile, I'm Derrick Lightfoot. The Hitmen lost for the first time since late December, dropping a 5-1 decision to the Medicine Hat Tigers. The Hitmen had some missed opportunities and didn't finish their chances, something the Tigers were able to do. The Tigers' game plan to stop Calgary's streak was to play their own game.
We knew if we played a simple game, soft chips, get it behind their D and use our speed, we were fine, and we were able to do that. We played a simple system game, and we know we do that each and every night. We're gonna get the 2 points, and we executed every little detail. Everyone was buzzing every single night, and it was just a great feeling.
The game was close in the first, but 2 quick goals in the second by the Tigers seemed to sink the Hitmen. The teams have an intense rivalry, and it was obvious with a total of 114 penalty minutes taken on both sides, some of them from fights.
Yeah, we just stuck together. We backed each other up. A couple of great fights out there from both teams, and yeah, it was just good. Everyone was sticking up for each other. Yeah, it's just great to see. I just think we played a all-around great 60 minutes, and yeah, it's just great to get the win.
Despite killing off the Tigers' 9 power play opportunities, the Hitmen will need to stay out of the box in the future, but don't want to be pushovers.
We did lose our composure at times, and we'll have to address that. But for the most part, at the end, when they were in tangles, they were sticking up for one another, which is what we want. So.
The Calgary Hitmen couldn't make it 9 in a row as the Medicine Hat Tigers came to town and took the team out 5-1. Anaheim Ducks prospect Emerson Edom had 2 goals to sink the Hitmen. The Hitmen can get back on track when they take on the Prince George Cougars on Friday at home. For Newsfile Sports, I'm Derrick Lightfoot.
It does seem like it would be pretty hard to break a world record.
Yeah, well, it seems like the 2 goalies in the Penguins and Flyers series are trying to break a world record for the most goals conceded in a series, but we'll get to that later. And there's only 2 games on tap in the NHL tonight, but some big teams are on the brink of elimination. The Pittsburgh Penguins, fresh off the 10-3 thrashing they handed the Philadelphia Flyers, still need to rail off 3 straight wins if they want to move on to the second round, as the Flyers lead the series 3-1. Both teams' goalies need to step up, with the usually strong Marc-Andre Fleury and Ilya Bryzgalov both struggling. Down 3-1 in the series, though, Fleury will need to play lights out if the Pens want to rally and win the series. And the Nashville Predators host the Detroit Red Wings, looking to move on to the second round of the playoffs for only the 2nd time in franchise history. The last time the Wings lost in the first round of the NHL playoffs was 2006, when they were upset by the 8th-seeded Edmonton Oilers. The Canadian Sports Hall of Fame announced the newest inductees into the Hall. 7 athletes and 5 builders received the honor. One of the biggest names going in is gold medalist and Stanley Cup champion Scott Niedermayer. Along with him is the world champion speed skater Jeremy Wotherspoon and bobsledder Pierre Lueders. The 41-year-old Edmonton native took home a gold medal at the 1998 Winter Olympics in the 2-man bobsleigh. Going into the Hall is just another big achievement for Lueders.
When you look at and see the great athletes that have come before us, you know, from A to B or from A to Z in the sporting world, I mean, there's people that maybe we've never heard of, and some that, of course, we have. So it's just a great honor, and I'm very excited to be part of that group.
Thanks to promotions like the UFC, mixed martial arts is becoming more and more accepted. G. Rana has more on what newcomers to the sport can expect.